So, Irwin Allen's The Lost World, released back in 1960, might be considered a far cry of the 1925 silent film, a major classic masterpiece and the prototype for the mighty King Kong itself. Although it is a minor novelty of history, more a homage to that 1 million years BC from 1940, it utilizes slurposaurs rather than slot dot motion. The actual remake of 1 million years BC from 1966 was more of a homage to the tradition of the 1925 Lost World than Allen's 1960 outing. Irwin Allen is best known for those major successful disaster flicks of the 1970s, blockbuster hits. Allen was all about spectacle and the short-term distraction of an enthused, stupefied audience, like a carnival showman. He purchased the rights to that iconic Arthur Conan Doyle novel, and the result is, well, quaint, with some nice colours and highly unconvincing dino VFX. Claude Rains is fairly watchable, perhaps to be expected. I consider this film a disappointment in some respects, or fairly few respects, although I can still appreciate it tried given what it had, which wasn't very much. I do enjoy this film to some degree, but maybe I'm glad that it isn't any longer than it is. It was shot by Winton C. Hawk, which may have been a waste of him. No one is. I'm going to read out the history of who this extraordinary film photographer is. Winton C. Hawk. He was born July 31st, 1905. He passed away March 20th, 1979. Was an American cinematographer. He was earlier a lab technician who contributed to the development of Technicolor before becoming a cinematographer in 1936. His understanding of the colour process quickly led to his being hailed as one of Hollywood's premier colour cinematographers. Hawk never made a film in black and white. I'm going to read out to you my favourite of the Hawk film credits. There's extraordinary work on Victor Fleming's Joan of Arc, and then he begins a collaboration with John Ford, I believe with Three Godfathers. And there's also the brilliant John Ford, the great photographic masterpiece that is She Wore a Yellow Ribbon. Oh, of course, the disappointing but pretty Delma Davies Bird of Paradise remake, a far cry of the original bizarre yet beautiful Bird of Paradise from King Vidor, 1932. The Quiet Man, which is Hawk's masterpiece of photography, could say. I think a lot of people would agree with that. Mr. Roberts, it's a good-looking film. I don't know how much I enjoy the film itself. It's an experience. Jet Pilot by Sternberg is phenomenal. It seems underrated, but probably not at this point in time. The Searchers, of course. This Lost World, there we are. Robinson Crusoe on Mars, the Byron Haskin film. That's fantastic, actually. Oh, The Green Berets, John Wayne directing. Necromancy, would that be the... Yeah, the Bert I. Gordon film. That's awesome. Orson Welles is in that. Good stuff. And yeah, wow, that seems to be his last major credit. Well, major. Yeah, it's major. I'm going to say that. The Lost World, 1960. It is what it is, I suppose. Yeah.